Welcome to another edition of Cavalier Weekly. I'm Jim Clark. We're with Cavalier men's head basketball coach Jeff Young. And Jeff, two more big wins last week, 4 straight. Start ODU on Thursday.
Yeah, and we knew going down there we'd have to play well to win on the road. It's been that way all year in the GLIAC, even though Ohio Dominican's record was not that good. And I think we're up 4 or 6 maybe at halftime and kind of struggled with some turnovers, but cleaned some of that up in the second half, went on to win by 14.
One of the key things, Kenny Kornowski gets that point, big one, number 1,000 on Thursday night.
Yeah, and obviously it was only going to be a matter of time before that happened, and he's done a great job of getting himself back in shape, and I don't think he's lost anything to where he was at last year.
Tiffin comes in. They knocked off Philly the Saturday before that. And Joe Grassel comes in. Well, he's all they said he was. He poured in 37. One stretch made about 8 straight shots, but you slowed him down and came out with a win.
Yeah, and he had 45 2 days prior at home against Malone, and I think they had the same problem. He took tough shots and he made tough shots, and our whole plan was to keep him away from the rim, and I thought we did a pretty good job from that. Kept him off the free throw line. But you have to give him credit. He was making those step back and fadeaways, and I think at one point he made 7 in a row. And at that point, you're just kind of shaking your head trying to figure out what to do.
3 straight games at home, down by double digits, and came back to win all 3, down by 11 in the second half on Saturday. And you did slow him down a bit. He hit those 7 straight, and they were impossible shots to stop. But then down the stretch, Brad DuPont really came up big.
Yeah, and he's kind of gone through his struggles here the last 2 or 3 weeks, but he's got himself back in the gym. He's working on his game a little bit, and I think it paid off. He made a big 3. He made a big play at the rim, and then he made his free throws and also had about 2 or 3 steals in the last 7 minutes of the game.
Ryan Burrell, the last 7 games, averaging 19 a game. Boy, he's brought it every time out.
Yeah, he's certainly a different player than he was a month ago. I think he's feeling healthy. He's more aggressive. He's attacking much like he did last year. He's making that mid-range jump shot, and he hit a big 3 for us as well on Saturday.
Getting more from Vuk again now, and he's been off that bench, hit some key shots last 2 ball games.
Yeah, and he's very skilled offensively. We've been working on his defense, getting to move a little bit quicker, and certainly want him to be a factor on the glass as well. So when he kind of puts it all together, he can really help us on both ends.
After these 4 straight wins, we find ourselves at 11-4, 7-4 in the South, only half game behind Findlay, and they come in Thursday night.
And Findlay, obviously, traditionally has been the best team, not only in the South Division but in the GLIAC. And again, they're right there. They're playing well, even though they had a couple 1-point losses in the last 2 weeks. But they had a big win on Saturday, and I'm sure they'll be ready for us on Thursday.
Greg Kalick pours in a career-high 30 on Saturday, averaging almost 16 a game. He seems to be their main guy.
No question about it. He's a kid we had on campus 3 years ago and chose Findlay over us, unfortunately. But he's been their best player throughout the course of the season so far. He can score it inside and out. I think he's shooting about 42% from 3. So for a post player, he'll stretch the defense and he can make plays in and out.
This is the biggest week to date. Findlay at home and Hillsdale Saturday. It's where you want to be this part of the season, first year in the GLIAC.
Yeah, halfway through the GLIAC schedule, we're in a pretty good spot, although our schedule gets pretty tough. Findlay at home, then have to travel over to the Hillsdale on Saturday, and then follow that up with going to Malone, who's playing very well also.
Thanks, Jeff. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Jim.
Cavs basketball Thursday. Findlay at home, 6 o'clock. Come on out, big ball game, then Saturday at Hillsdale. I'm Jim Clark. That's Cavalier Weekly.